Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The devastating hangover podcast.
Yeah, really.
In Harry's hot apartment.
It's hot.
I'll just apologize to your roommate that I'm in his home and talking loud in his living room.
Sorry, Tony.
Sorry, Tony. Big Tony.
Big Tony, he is big.
I kind of had second thoughts about doing this when we were in the Dunkin' Donuts because when I couldn't get the napkins out of the dispenser without them ripping, I was like, I might kill myself. That was enough to set me off. The fact that the napkin dispenser wasn't working the way I wanted it to.
To be fair, that didn't dispense napkins very efficiently.
It was dispensing ripped napkins.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
So bueno.
Yeah, not good.
Welcome back to episode 100 of Post-Set Clarity.
Welcome.
With Jackson White, the man who started it all.
No.
What's it like to watch this empire get build and then crumble?
It's cool. It's cool that you've continued doing it and you're very consistent with it and you're good at talking to people. Today. So that's cool. I don't like that I did the first one with you and I was wearing those pants that really rode up.
That's part of the reason this empire started. If you had those pants, then we wouldn't have gotten our own demographic.
Yeah, I'm glad my dick and balls really gave me a best push.
Yeah, dude. I uploaded last week. I did like this 2.5 years of stand-up of me talking about like all the things and shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them was just like how people are only watching because they want to fuck me, gay guys. And I voiced like my complaints with that, and then one of the comments was like, "But no, your dick and balls are so visible. You have to keep doing this." It's like yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, it's cool. You have a whole legion.
Why can't it be
gay guys?
Why can't it just be straight women that want to bang me?
It's how life works.
Let me run this up your ass. I was on Hinge last night because I got really drunk. And that's what happens. You go back on Hinge and...
Re-downloaded it?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I have to delete my whole profile so that like if I re-download it, it's just impossible. But life finds a way. But anyway, there's a 31-year-old Asian woman that's looking for a life partner. And I literally was like, I could just be your life partner. Let's just get married. Let's just get settled. I mean, I'm going to keep doing comedy, but like...
Life partner is intense.
It's what I'm looking for.
I think, yeah.
I mean, ultimately...
I guess they're being very upfront about what they're looking for.
I also changed my dating goals. I just changed it to exactly what you're looking for.
Oh.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And then also for my language, it says English, and then it says Black American Sign Language is my second language.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know there was Black American.
I didn't know that you could do Ebonics with your hands.
Yeah.
Is that wild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I imagine it's probably cooler. And it has more flow to it.
They can say certain things.
Damn. Yeah. They have different words for like hustle and flow.
Hustle and flow? Where'd you get flow from?
There was that movie.
Progressive?
Oh boy.
Are you hungover right now?
I can't think. Yeah, I had like several different kinds of liquor yesterday.
Yeah. They always say not to
I went downtown. I really hit the town yesterday.
You hit the town?
Yeah. I think I started drinking at like 3:45, and then later on hung out with the big sis and my niece. That was cool. Tried to watch Jumanji, which I kind of mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah. What part did your niece get scared at?
So
this is Robin Williams Jumanji.
Robin Williams, OG Jumanji.
She saw how hairy his arms were.
He started. Well, we didn't even get to the part with Robin Williams.
Wow.
Yeah, she flipped out when the kid started getting sucked into the board game. He starts like disappearing. He starts screaming and his like fingers are bent and he starts like disappearing into the void. She was like, I don't like this at all. And then we kind of realized.
How old is she?
She's 4.
And she said, I don't like this at all. I don't care for this.
I don't know what she said. She was not rolling with the movie. We kind of realized Jumanji's a little more fucked up than we remembered. I've never actually seen it
Really?
from start to finish. No.
Wow.
I don't know. It wasn't in my roster of
You
movies.
keep
as a
watching
kid.
it with scaredy cats.
Apparently, yeah. My niece is a fucking pussy. She can handle it.
Kids are pussies.
I don't know if this was a good idea.
No.
Doing the.
It definitely was not. In lacrosse, like a lot of
As
times
this is
kids would get
happening.
hit and they'd start crying and you just wanted to be like, come on, man. just come on. Just like be a man. But you can't say that. Especially in today's political climate. You know?
Oh, okay. We're gonna do this.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh,
do
this new generation soft.
We're gonna get controversial.
No, but yeah, she wasn't. I don't know what my niece is into. I was asking my sister if she's seen Space Jam. She has not seen Space Jam. I think it'd be cool to watch that with her.
Space Jam would be fun.
There's nothing.
If she likes Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I don't think she probably doesn't know who Michael Jordan is. But
So she was born in
we can teach her.
born outside of Chicago. She doesn't know who Michael Jordan is.
She's 4.
Yeah, I mean he's the greatest of all time.
Maybe she has a vague idea of who he is.
I think my kid's
She'd
probably
be
gonna
more likely to know who like LeBron James is than Michael Jordan.
Okay.
New generation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we have different parenting styles. You, your sister, and me.
Yeah, you don't even have children.
Wow.
So you have a way different style of parenting.
That's the best style. Is not having children.
Should we start over?
I'm so excited. Yeah, let's start over.
Okay.
Did you see my new poster of Caitlin Clark?
I did, yeah. Didn't Harold give that to you?
Yeah. Can I tell you how
Looks
amazing?
great.
Can I tell you the story behind it? Because it's like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, what happened?
I went to Target to do errands, and whenever I'm in Target, I take a little time to myself. And I'm like, Daddy wants to wander a little bit.
Yeah, Jesus.
So I'll
You
stop.
refer to yourself that way?
I'll stop. Yeah, I'll stop. Only in Target. I'll stop by.
It's so hot in here. We should just do this at Target. They probably have AC there. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
Oh man, Daddy. No, it's just funny. I don't know. When I was in Target,
Dude, I'm just like, I'm a complete mess.
whenever I'm in Target, I take the time to wander around. I'll go to the Lego section, see what's new, see what we're doing, see what they're working on.
Mhm.
They're working on. They've got some good stuff in the
A lot of
works.
Star Wars, I imagine.
A lot of Star Wars. I'm mostly checking out the Lego Technic stuff, but they're also
Technic
just like
stuff.
building cats and everything and plants. We're just
Yeah.
gonna replace every organic being with just Legos. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway. So I walk by this section that has like all these posters that are like rolled up into this giant bin. And one of the ads on that bin is for that poster with Caitlin Clark.
Nice.
It's like a little tiny ad for it. And so I sift through the post. I'm like sifting through like Starry Night, Michael Jordan, tequila ads, like all this stuff, just trying to find Caitlin. She's not there. And I'm distraught. And then the next day,
They faked you out.
They did. They faked me
Yeah.
out. The literal next day, Harold Patrick texts me and he says, I have a surprise for you.
So he was the guy who
He
got the last
might have gotten
poster.
the last one.
I guess maybe they have Caitlin Clark's at Targets nationwide.
I mean,
Maybe he didn't.
the demand is so high that I'm sure they were actually sold out. And he had to like get it from like an underground kind of deal.
Oh, he did like a back alley deal.
Yeah.
Did Harold have to, like, you have to like jerk a guy off for the poster?
I asked him how he got it and he just said, don't ask. So I think he did some shady things for it.
Damn.
Yeah. It is nice to wake up every morning and see a woman that is uber competitive.
Yeah, she's the love of your life,
Yeah.
so it's good.
But do you think it's going to be weird when she inevitably goes back and looks at all these podcast episodes and then hears me talking about her like this?
Yeah, I think that would be weird if you end up marrying a guy you're really, everything you do in your life is in order to one day connect with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, my mom was asking me,
Love.
she was on the phone the other day, you know how I told, she was like, how long till you like can support yourself on stand-up? And I said like 7 to 8 years and she was just quiet. And then she was like, so like, why are you really doing this? And I was like, Mom, if I'm being really honest with you, it's mostly just so I can marry Caitlin Clark. Deafening silence.
Yeah, that's the fire that drives you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what if? And I hate to throw this out here. What if you meet and there's just no, connection between you two? Would you be bummed out, or would?
Yeah, I just don't believe that would be the case.
Okay.
But
or would you mold your personality to make sure?
I mean, every single girl I've been with so far, I've just completely changed my personality to adapt to theirs. And then as soon as I get out of a relationship, I'm like, I can't believe that's who I was for a couple of months.
Yeah, you just psychotically kind of.
It's just so much easier to just completely not be yourself. No, that's not true. I'm unapologetically myself most of the time. But in terms of like actually having opinions on things, I will just have the exact opinion that they have on literally everything. Like I'll just change every single one of my beliefs to just conform directly to theirs.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
It works so well. People love being agreed with. Well, actually, did you know that scientifically the best way to make someone attracted to you on a date is you start by disagreeing with them, and then near the end you start agreeing with them, so then they think they flipped you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did a bunch of studies, or I think one study with a bunch of folks, a bunch of subjects. Yeah. Damn.
So
I'm always very.
You're like a CIA agent here.
Huh?
You'll go and do a date and really just.
I'm only doing it for the numbers, the metrics. Oh my God. Just doing a study.
Dude, the best thing to do on a date is just talk about your ex-girlfriend the whole time, and then you need to like get up really abruptly and then like mid-conversation and disappear into the bathroom for 20 to 30 minutes.
Really push your luck in the bathroom.
And then come out with like visible sweat stains under your arms, out of breath, and just say, I gotta get back to work. And
then wait for the follow-up text. Wait for them to be like,
yeah.
Where are you?
Or just text them, ball is in your court after that.
That's nice. Ball is in your court is big. Because that's great. You're just handing them the weapon.
Yeah. You're like, look.
Dude.
I can't think right now.
One of my exes.
I'm going to be the worst guest you've ever had.
One of my exes.
I'm so ashamed of this.
She broke up with me and then she got back together with me. And when she got back together with me, she said, the ball is in your court now. And then she broke up with me like the next day. So the ball was in my court.
That's awesome.
And then she just stole the ball immediately. Yeah. It never even really felt like it was in my court, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, dude. She was playing you. She was puppeteering you.
She Eurostepped me.
She was doing puppetry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that in high school?
No, that was...
That was recently.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Right after college. Yeah. What are you going to do? And then she viewed my LinkedIn 3 weeks ago.
What are you going to do?
Does that mean something?
She looked at your LinkedIn?
She viewed my LinkedIn.
Nah, I don't think that means anything.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, definitely not.
Maybe.
No, you've already
She's
decided mine.
She's checking in to see if you're like a CEO, that she might have like hit you back up.
Dude, I might just completely revamp the LinkedIn and just say I'm a CEO. You could totally do that, and I don't think anything would happen. I don't think what's gonna happen?
Say you like manage like a gas and oil hedge fund or something.
Yeah, just make it so obscure. Have ChatGPT just type some obscure bullshit about how you are the head of a multi-billion-dollar oil tycoon.
You should just make the most evil LinkedIn profile where you like design missiles for Lockheed Martin and see if it attracts women to you.
I think it would. I think women are attracted to power and mercilessness.
Like I sell machine guns to
children,
foreign militias.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Just have like photos of me shaking hands with the Taliban as I like give them extended mags for their AK-47s.
Yeah. Yeah, picture of you meeting the Taliban and this whole like diatribe about B2B sales or whatever.
Yeah,
people
about how Osama was like my dad's biggest customer. That was a big loss for the family company.
It's nice to continue the family legacy.
Dude, my friend, when Osama, do you remember when Osama bin Laden got shot?
Yeah, kind of.
My friend, and he denies this, or at least claims to not remember it, but we were just sitting in class in 5th grade in homeroom, and he just went up, and he was like not a kid who did this kind of stuff. He just went up to the whiteboard, took a marker out, and just wrote, Osama is dead. And and all the 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds just went crazy. We were like, America! It was so sick.
It's so weird to be 10 years old and you're like
Yeah.
invested in Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
dying.
Well, it's because all of our parents were in 9/11 and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our parents were directly involved.
Every kid in my school has a 9/11 story about how they saved their parents from 9/11. It's so annoying. Every single kid.
Oh, like,
Because all of our parents commuted to the city, and every single kid is like, my mom was going to be in the World Trade Center, but then I shit and cum my pants, so then she had to stay home that day, and she didn't die. And it's like, okay, Colin, I'm sure that's true.
my diarrhea saved
Yeah.
my mother.
I diarrhea saved my mom.
My diarrhea. My mother wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for my diarrhea.
You thought you'd be dad at this? Come on.
My mother would have been incinerated if it weren't for my runny shit. Harry's podcast. I had 50 beers yesterday. It's hot in this room.
It is hot.
It's so hot.
I'm so sorry about the heat.
I could puke at any moment.
I'm gonna clip it, and it's gonna be great. Have you ever puked on someone?
I don't think so, no.
That's crazy. That's like worse than shitting on someone. In my opinion, a puke is acidic.
Yeah.
A puke. If you see a puke on the sidewalk, it's got like those heat waves.
Yeah. Did I tell you what happened to me the last time I flew, when I was flying back from Florida?
I don't think so.
Before I got on the plane, they kept making this announcement. They're like, hey guys, the bathroom doesn't work on the plane. So just, if you need to do something, go to the bathroom now. I'm like, okay. And then we get on the plane and they're like, hey guys, the bathroom doesn't work on the plane right now. It'll work when we're in there. Also, the AC isn't working. So the plane was so hot. And then I sit down, and I was in the middle seat, and the guy next to me was just clutching the barf bag, and I was like,
Oh man.
God damn it. It's like, this motherfucker. And he filled up 2 of them next to me,
Oh man.
and it was miserable.
They're not that big.
No, they aren't. I'm kind of impressed by people that can puke without making any noise.
I'm
Because
very
I
impressed
like
by that.
fully yell
I'm
when I
screaming.
puke, and
as
it's not
coming
like
out.
it's not performative. Like, I kind of have to do that.
I also like, you know how cats really have to like open up the hatch all the way and go like, like that's I gotta really fucking, and my entire body convulses.
Yeah, it's a full body activity. This guy just was like silently, just kind of filling these bags up.
That's a soldier right there.
But then the girl in our row was like, "Hey, can you switch seats with my boyfriend?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, the one, she saved the day. Because she got the puke guy out of there.
That's amazing.
Because I wasn't sure. I mean, he's vomiting before we've even taken off. So
What does he do with the puke bags?
I don't know. I guess he probably.
Oh, before you took off, he was puking.
He was puking before the plane. Yeah. So
Then they turn off the AC.
yeah,
Sounds a hot puke.
yeah. Hot puke on the plane.
My brother puked on the plane next to me, into a sweatshirt and it overflowed.
Oh.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, and didn't you say that after he puked all over himself in his sweatshirt, someone held up the barf bag?
Yeah, they did. The guy with the Yoni Heisler.
They didn't have to do that.
No, he did. Yeah, I guess maybe for future reference, it's nice. Dude, I met this guy at my climbing gym last night. Shout out Hunter. He's a pilot. And him and I were shucking and jiving.
You shucking clams with Hunter?
And he was telling me these crazy stories about being a pilot because he was like a medevac pilot, and he's been in Colombian prison because there was some passport issue, so he like landed on like this fucking airstrip that El Chapo used to use or something, and then they like arrested him. And then he's had like a guy snuck onto his plane and like put a gun to his head and threatened to hijack it while he was there.
Where?
I think it was Mexico.
Wow.
He said that happened.
Damn.
Yeah, and then he was like, "You do stand up? Damn, that's crazy." And I was like, "No, it's not." And then he swam with sharks, and he was showing me videos of like pictures that he's taken of sharks, just like 50 sharks swarming around him, and he's like, "Yeah, but I can't imagine what you do."
He's like an international man of mystery.
He is an international man of mystery. I mean, he was very forthcoming about the mystery, so I guess.
Yeah.
That's my fucking problem, is I want to be mysterious, but I feel like you need to have the backing to be mysterious.
Get a cape. It's pretty, relatively inexpensive accessory.
How much do capes go for?
I'm sure you can get a cape for $15.
Yeah, but I want a good cape. Buy nice, not twice.
Okay.
Right? No. Because if you get a shitty cape.
Get a $50 cape.
$50?
Drop $50.
I feel like to actually have a good cape, it needs to be pretty weighted. Like a weighted blanket. Because if you have like a cape that's always blowing and shit, it can't be like a silk cape. I feel like it's got to be like almost like leather.
Okay, leather cape. That's going to drive up the price.
Like when you run with the cape, it should feel like there's a parachute attached to your back.
Yeah.
There should be serious drag.
You probably would want magnets in it too, so it like you can fasten it to yourself.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah, like a Doctor Strange cape.
Yeah.
One that can just like fly around and choke you.
Yeah. So I don't know if I've seen Doctor Strange.
Do you
Benedictine?
Benedict Cumberbatch?
But
It's my favorite thing to do with his name is say that in front of people and they're like, yeah.
Benadryl cucumber batch. I'm so sorry about this. You have some nice candles over there. Are we canceling the podcast?
Yeah, I've got.
Is this your worst episode?
I've got really bad news.
Were we not recording? Did it die?
Let's just keep talking to the microphones because we have the camera audio, but the mics.
I feel so defeated right now.
We have camera audio, so that's fine. But just keep talking to the mics.
This is gonna sound like garbage.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna sound that bad. Camera audio is pretty
Can we
solid.
just do this tomorrow?
No, it comes out tomorrow.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I have to edit this tonight. I'm literally gonna do this and then go to work and then edit this.
You're gonna be fighting for your life at work.
Yeah, I am.
Are you gonna have to teach people how to climb?
I don't know. They were hemorrhaging money, so they changed our scheduling system, and we don't have one of the applications we used to use. So now you don't know whether you're teaching a class or not until you walk in.
Oh, that's good.
And sometimes no one's assigned to the class, so you just have to just be like, all right, I guess I'm doing these 3 classes.
Keep you on your toes.
I went in one time, and I was just like so unbelievably hungover, and there was a group of like 50 alumni. People that all went to one school were there. And the girl I work with that goes to Second City just took charge. She just took the reins. And she was just like being a performer and telling them what to do. And I just was like, I've never appreciated an improv person more than in this moment.
Yeah,
That's really
nice. She picked up your slack.
She picked up all my slack.
Yeah.
I was such a fucking... That's how I felt on the first date show as well. I feel like such a limp dick. Next to all those high energy people.
Next to all the what people?
High energy.
Oh. Is that like a hot crowd too?
Hot.
Yeah, I feel like that's all big time hotties going to the first date comedy show.
Big time hotties. There was one girl who almost became the girl behind the curtain. And she was
Oh, they just pick a random person?
Yeah. They had like 4 to choose from. and this girl was a D1 cheerleader. And then I was like, please let her get picked so I can actually go on this date. And then she just was such a dud.
Oh, like they tried to do it with her?
Yeah, they tried to they interviewed her on stage, and she just was like, there was just nothing there. It was really
I'm leaning away from the mic like it works.
It's such a bummer. Yeah, look, it's not even changing anything. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Do you want to put the mics down and see how that works? How that feels? Just talking to each other.
Yeah, it feels really
guys.
dumb.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Back to the
let's do
mics.
this for muscle memory.
I'm kind of upset
purposes.
that my audio died because it said I had 2 bars of battery out of 3, and then all of a sudden low battery and it just cut us off.
Does that thing take a battery pack or?
It just takes double A's.
Double A's.
But I mean, it fucking goes through them, like you know.
Get rechargeable batteries.
Yeah.
I'm just you've been ripping through double A's.
Yeah, I've been ripping through them. There's normally a plug that you can.
Oh, you can plug it into the wall.
Yeah, but when you do that, there's a frequency that you get from that electrical current that sometimes interrupts the audio.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that happen?
It has happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Fucking useless then.
Having a podcast is so hard. It's so much. There are all these trials and tribulations that you aren't prepared for. You think it's just clicking a button and just having a conversation about diarrhea.
It's constant suffering.
Constant. For no reward.
Yeah.
Except,
Yeah, man.
of course, in the future, when we're all making it big, everyone goes back to these episodes to see the formative years. Yo, we're in the most interesting part of our comedy career. You ever think about that?
No.
If they're making a documentary about us, we're in the real meat of it.
They're like, wow, he really sucks.
Yeah, exactly. How will he not suck?
I can't see him ever not sucking at
He
this.
sucks so bad that even knowing now that he doesn't suck, when I watched how bad he sucked, it's hard to imagine that he ever made the leap
Yeah.
from sucking to not sucking.
It seems unbelievable that he didn't
Unfathomable.
die in a ditch.
It'd be funny if all the reviews for the documentary were just like, God, it sucked so bad.
It's the worst documentary I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How's guitar been going?
It's pretty good.
Learning some... Weren't you learning that Eric Clapton song about his son dying?
Yeah, do you want to hear it?
No.
Yeah.
It's too sad.
I didn't want to play it.
I might cry.
I was going to sing along to it and play it for you. But now that you said no, I guess I won't do it. Unless you,
That hurt your feelings?
really want it. No, dude, no. It's fine.
Yeah, I might get sick if you play that
I
song.
want like a $5,000 Martin.
Martin guitars are nice.
Yeah. I just want my fingers to feel like... Because on this guitar, you really gotta work. You gotta fucking
What do they call
get
that?
the sound out of
action?
it. I don't know. On a Martin, it comes to you. A Martin feels like French kissing with a lady whose lips are just... They're just perfectly synchronized with yours, you know? Because you know how like one lip has to go above... Like, lips are like... You're not Barbie doll kissing. Unless you're that one ex that I had that kissed like a Barbie doll. But
She would just go like...
yeah. I had an ex that would just kiss like Barbie dolls kissed. And then she made fun of me for not knowing how to kiss.
She'd just bite your face.
No, but she would shove her tongue down my throat.
That's no good. No,
Well, I mean, there's a time and a place.
sure.
You adapt. As I said, I adapt. I'm an adaptosaurus. Yeah.
You're like, that's fine. Yeah, just lick the back of my throat.
Hmm? Yeah.
No, those Martin guitars are... It's nice to go to Guitar Center and go to that, like, acoustic room where it's, like, humid.
Humid.
It's, like, climate controlled in there.
They keep it humid?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought that would be bad for the guitars.
Maybe not humid, but they make sure it's not, like, dry or...
Oh, I
It's
see.
like, yeah.
It's very controlled. Have you been to the Chicago Music Exchange? Apparently you can just go there
Yeah.
and just play guitar. We
That
should
place
just do
is
that.
really cool.
We should just do that.
They have all these, like, crazy synthesizers there,
Yeah.
too. Those, like, the ones where you, like, plug the little jacks in and stuff.
Yeah. Little jacks.
I tried to fuck around with one of those. I couldn't even get it to like make sound.
Yeah. Jack's a good name.
Jack.
Jack. You gonna have kids?
Probably. Maybe.
What are you gonna name them?
I don't know. I want to give them like futuristic names.
Like Elon Musk
Xenon.
does? Yeah. Like XZE0N.
Kyle XY.
Kyle XY. What?
If it's a girl, I'll name her like Chrysanthemum or something.
That's a beautiful name. Call her Santhemum for short.
Santhia. Santhia.
Would you ever date a woman named Jamal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have questions.
Yeah. I met a girl. Well, I didn't meet her, but there was a girl, and her name was Wisdom. And she, I just wanted to be like, I just wanted to grill her on how wise she was.
Yeah.
Whenever someone has a name like that, I met another girl and her name was Joy. I just always I'm like,
Joy's a normal.
there's so much.
I think the name
Joy is normal, I guess.
Like joy, hope, and faith. Those are all.
Anytime I meet Faith, a Faith, I'm just like, could you imagine being an atheist named Faith? Someone's had to have done that.
I'm just living that irony every day.
Because if you're naming your kid Faith, there's no way you're not religious, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone I've met named Faith was incredibly nice.
I've only met extremely vitriolic, hateful Faiths.
Were you wronged by a faith?
Yes. Let's really flex our creative comedy muscles right now and build a narrative about Faith. Dude, I can't. This is such a retarded episode. I can't believe.
I was so drunk last night and just had like buttered noodles that were left over.
That sounds so good, though.
And I just put shredded cheese all over them and I microwaved it for like 2 minutes.
That sounds perfect.
And then I woke up with like only half of it was eaten. It was right next to my bed.
Like, oh, you only ate half?
Yeah.
Do you ever eat like spaghetti or noodles and you just forget to chew on the noodles and just slides it all the way down your throat and you have to like reach in and pull it out and you like have that sensation of it?
No, that's wild.
Damn.
Can you choke on a spaghetti noodle?
Oh, you can choke on anything, man.
Yeah.
It especially happens with ramen noodles because those suckers are so slimy. And
You're just inhaling?
I just
the
go,
noodle?
yeah, exactly. And then you can grab the end and like you can feel it come all the way out of your throat. It's very.
I've never choked on anything before.
Ever?
No, I don't think so. I've come close.
I think that you're gonna die from choking on something now.
Probably.
Dude, the first time my brother ever had a lifesaver, he choked on it.
I'm gonna grab some. I don't even know if this coffee is what I need.
Us.
I'm sorry, man. Is this gonna be unwatchable?
They all are.
No. Now you have some good ones.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We've got 7 minutes.
7 minutes left.
Yeah.
Well, I could spend the next 7 minutes apologizing, or that's cool. You have a Wii.
Yeah. Yeah. We
What are you gaming on?
I
can't see.
I play a lot of Wii golf. But
Okay.
as of late I haven't been playing that much because there's a ritual that you have to do with this Wii where it takes about 30 minutes to start up.
Oh.
And it's like a very taxing ritual and it keeps getting longer and longer. While my ex-girlfriend was here one night, I was like, do you want to play Wii golf? And she was like, I guess. And then I was like, absolutely. And then I said, I'm going to do something and it's going to seem really weird, but I don't want you to ask any questions. And then I laid on the floor and I did the ritual with the Wii.
What's the ritual? Like you have to pray to it?
You have to pray to it, you have to rub it, you have to pat it, you have to slap it. Sometimes you have to rotate it. But mostly it just involves constantly just taking the disc out, kind of like caressing it a bit and then putting it back in. And then like rotating, putting it back in, back in, back in.
Okay.
It's a lot of, and then you have
A lot
to
of
feel it with
reinsertion.
your hand until it whirs. It has 2 clicks in rapid succession, and then you know you're in. But until that, it really seems futile. It's sort of like making a woman come.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, except,
Nothing seems to work until it does.
and then it's just an explosion. That's how it always happens for me, anyway.
Yeah. You're kind of exclusively into squirters.
That's not true, man. They just happen to be squirters. Well, isn't everyone capable of being a squirter?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they can be squirters.
Yes, they all can squirt.
Yeah, if you put your mind to it, yeah.
Yeah.
You could pee on someone. Anyone could piss
I
on
think there's like a line that you have to push past where you like feel like you're gonna piss yourself and you just have to accept that you might squirt.
someone. Yeah, you have to like
We've all squirted, alright?
You have to unlock that fluid with your mind.
Yeah, you have to really break through that barrier.
Everyone has the squirt, but they can't access it.
Yeah.
necessarily.
Do you ever jerk off while you have to pee really bad to intensify your orgasm?
Yeah, I think I have done that.
I've never done that. That's weird.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know what feels really good? A pee shiver. Like after you're peeing and your entire body shivers, you go, I love that. The aftershock.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually having full body tremors after I piss.
I'll be at the
Public
airport and
bathrooms.
just yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yelling in the bathroom.
Yelling is fun. How are you? Where are you at on shitting next to someone in a stall?
I'm kind of fine with it. I used to not like it, but
When did you make that change?
I mean, when I have to go into work, it's a shared, bathroom situation. They don't have a single person bathroom, so you kind of just have to bite the bullet.
Do you recognize the shoes of the person taking a dump?
If Kurt, I know what Kurt's shoes look like.
Do you and Kurt ever shit next to each other and talk while you're shitting?
That's the thing. I've shit next to Kurt, and I'm like 95% sure they're his shoes, but just the slim chance of me saying something weird to someone who's not Kurt has kind of kept me from doing it. That's also kind of crossing a line. Some people don't like to talk to other people while they're shitting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I normally just assume that they want to talk,
Yeah.
and then if it's on them to like shut down the conversation.
Like, what's the score of the ball game?
Yeah.
Talk something like that out there.
Maybe touch my little toe to their little toe.
Hey, there's weather outside,
There is weather outside.
I get mad at work if I go into the bathroom like right when I get there at like 8 a.m. If someone's already shitting in there, I don't know. That kind of sets me off. I'm like, you're gonna drop a fucking dump right in the morning.
Yeah, they saved it.
Just do that at home.
I mean, I kind of like I'm not really a shitter at work unless that I have to, but
Wait, no.
I can't help but somewhat empathize with this shitter.
I don't know if it's the same shit.
They're getting
I don't know if
look at the
it's a repeat.
shoes.
Yeah, I should start taking pictures bless you, of people's shoes
Yeah, you
and
should.
documenting
I don't
the
think you. I
time.
don't
Like,
think
take a
you
picture of
can
the
get in
shoes,
trouble
like
for
taking
that.
a shit at 8:30.
There's nothing sexual about it, so you definitely are good to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I could put the phone all the way into the stall and get a good picture of who it actually is.
If you got a selfie stick, you could like fully feed it. Like a GoPro. Yeah, you could do that.
And then just sprint out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
What do you do?
There was a kid in my school who used to tape camcorders to his feet and then just walk around the hallway. And,
Really?
no. That'd be insane. But there was a story about, this is not from my school, but someone told me that there's a kid that got caught putting like a mirror on his toe like a little mirror on his
Oh.
shoe, and